Let me just get my phone secured. Good catch. Let me get my phone secured here before I drop it again. All right, it's Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday before Christmas. It's all quiet in the house. No one's stirring, not even a mouse. And what do we have? We have a live shave today. Greetings, Merry Christmas. How you doing? What's up, man? We're gonna do a live shave today. I just got back from the workshop. I forgot the razor I wanted to use, so I had to go all the way down to the workshop. You're not the bearded fat man, though. Yeah, sorry. But yeah, excited that Christmas is just 2 days away. So today's Friday, so it's Christmas Eve, as some people say. Tomorrow's Christmas Eve and Sunday is Christmas, of course. Merry Christmas to everyone out there. If you celebrate a different holiday, I hope you enjoy your holiday. But anywho, we've got a little challenge before us. Look at this. I think it's been 3 days. 3 days since we shaved. So we got a good amount of stubble to get through here. And I thought we'd do something special. Let me grab my supplies. I forgot the soap. 1 second. Right here, though. We've got 1955. Yeah, this would be the perfect job for the constable. We're going to do a psycho shave today. So we'll be using the Rex 1955, which has just been flying off the shelf. I mean, we've sold like just so many of these now. People are loving it. If you haven't tried it, it is the newest offering from Rex Supply Co. It is a tallow-based shaving soap with a real kind of old school smell to it. So it's not something that maybe a lot of people have seen out there or heard about, but get the 1955. And yes, to answer all your questions, yes, a splash and or a balm are coming soon. We did not expect this to be such a hit, and we literally can't stop making it, and other Razor Emporium soaps and stuff. And our soap maker, DJ, is just inundated with trying to keep up with products and customer service emails and orders going out the door. And our other customer service person is busy. It's just a crazy time of year to try to release another product. But we will have one soon. It probably won't happen before the end of 2022, but early January, hopefully we have a matching splash or balm, or both for this. Haven't decided yet, but working on it. Don't worry, working on it. For our hardware today, if you didn't hear, good morning, everyone. Good morning. Love the Psycho. Yes, definitely be buying that. Parasso, awesome. If you didn't hear, Razor Emporium had a very kind of unique situation that happened. We were contacted by a sheriff's office, and they asked us if we wanted to buy 17 boxes of Psycho razors. Crazy. If you thought I'm making it up or joking or something, I brought one home real quick. We've already sold about 8 or 9 boxes full, but I brought one box home to show you. Now, the really weird thing is, of all these boxes, none of them have any original keys. Dead serious. I was hoping I was going to like hoard them, or I don't know what I was going to do. But lo and behold, none of them have any keys. And I'm like, good thing we make the replica keys. So just to prove it to you, here you go. Got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 0 keys, though. Another interesting thing was the labels on all these was in really bad shape. In fact, most of the other boxes, the labels had just completely come off. This one, look, I'm peeling it. It's on the verge. If I pull any harder, it's just going to flake right off. So they were stored in not the best condition. These actually came from Nebraska. We had misprinted that it came from Arizona Sheriff. No, it was a sheriff's office in Nebraska. So I'm not sure if there was a humidity issue. I don't know where the keys went. The sheriff's office did not send me a detailed, long, email. It was a 2-sentence email. We found these razors. Are they of any value, comma, would you like to purchase them? That was it. And I've done a lot of buying and selling in my day. And the worst thing, just a kind of a negotiation tip out there, when someone says, do you want to buy something, and you know in your head that it's valuable, the more questions you ask, the more eyebrows you're going to raise, and whatever offer you're going to come up with next, the person's going to say, maybe I should look a little further into this. Maybe this is worth more than they're saying. Maybe there's a history here. Maybe we should throw it on eBay. And so when you're negotiating, you don't ask a lot of questions. I threw out a number. I said, sure, I can offer this. And they came back and said, we accept your offer. Send us a shipping label. That was the end of the transaction. And so we got these, like I said, I think about 8 or 9 boxes are gone. I wish we had the keys, but guess what? We happen to have a lot of the replica keys. So if you didn't know, years ago, we kind of went crazy and we worked with a machine shop. It's actually one of the same machine shops we use for some of the Rex products. And they made for us a run. I think we made like 150 or maybe 200. I forgot. I think like 200 of these keys. And we thought we would offer these replica keys. And so here is what one of those keys looks like. Let me take it out of the package so you can actually see it here. We tried making it as close to the original Gillette key as possible. No one's made a key this good looking. You're welcome. But you know me, guys. I'm really into the authentic and trying to be as OG as possible. So it's got the cutout for the hex kind of shape that you need here. It's a solid piece of brass. It's got knurling. I wouldn't say it's the same knurling as Gillette, but it's so darn close that it looks like it fits the part. We actually found the original manufacturer. Thanks, appreciate that. We found the original manufacturer that made these balls, and they still make them. And so we just measured the pair of calipers. It happened to be off-the-shelf ball, and so we found this ball chain. I had to have another manufacturer in Prescott, Arizona, cut this weird little transition piece out of sheet metal brass. And then I had another manufacturer who does jewelry stuff make these rings that were the right gauge of ring. And so it's as authentic as it's going to come. And I'll show you how it works with the razor. I'll grab one of these. There's one inside that was open already. So it goes right in top inside the handle. And look at the knurl similarity. Trying to get a focus here. Pull focus. That's about as good as it's going to get. You know, we don't have the same original knurling tools. God, my phone is really not doing a good job focusing. I'm sorry, guys. Maybe I should hold in front of my face. There we go. It's about as good as it's going to get. Is it perfect? No. Can you tell it's a replica? Yeah, I can tell it's a replica, but it's darn close. It's a lot better than those guys on eBay that's have made some out of like parts they find in a hardware store. This at least looks this looks like it fits the part. So we only have, I think, like 75 or 80 of these left, something like that. And so get them while they last, because it's been just 1 week since we announced them and half are gone. I imagine the rest are going to be gone by the end of the year. So this is your time. And I told someone else, if in the 15 years I've been buying and selling razors, this is the most amount of these I've ever come across. Usually I've had someone else that had like 1 or 2 boxes. Every once in a while you get this. So, but I want to show you kind of what you can expect if you were to buy this set from us. So here's again what the official Gillette package looked like if you were, buying this for your hospital or your prison or your sheriff's office. You'd buy this box. It's a big cardboard box, right? It's what's called chipboard if you're in the packaging industry. It's got this stock number 29R999, nomenclature, razor, safety, double edge, 2-piece metal lock type, 10 units, Gillette Safety Razor Co. Can you flip your phone over? Well, maybe. Let's see. You're going to see the back of my shower. There. There's a good view. Now, what we did, yeah, you're seeing my shower, guys. Sorry. What we did is we made this box to look as close to it as possible. Let's just again show you their box and then our box. So I'm such a dork. I found the same exact font and I made this label to look like it was the Gillette label, but I changed the number of units to 1, and I changed the company from Gillette Safety Razor Co. to Razor Emporium Co. So it's supposed to kind of give you that same experience. I'll flip this back. So you get this big, this little miniature chipboard box, and let me just set it up again as if you were opening this so you can see what the experience is like. And inside you're going to get an unopened razor that's still in the original wax, and you're going to get the key. So you get to kind of have the fun of opening up the razor for the first time. I'm actually going to leave this one unopened just because I want you guys to have that experience. And I don't need to waste another one because that tissue is so thin it starts ripping as you open it, so just gotta be really careful. This one was already open. I'm gonna use this one today for our shave. So we're gonna get started here. Let me get going. And just to let you know, if you're wondering about the price, we're selling these for $119 for the set. So the razor, the key, the box, $119. There's no discount codes available. It's $119. That's it. It will qualify for free domestic shipping in the United States. So $119 out the door. I think it's a pretty good deal because sometimes if you find one of the original keys and razors like on eBay, you're going to pay like $150 or $200. So I think this is pretty cool. Okay, let me get going with a little warm up. I did not have time to take a shower. I literally just got back from the shop, and I'm going to just quickly get some water going here and a pre-shave, and we'll get started with our shave today. So, un momento, por favor. Just using some cold water because, yeah, I like cold water shaving. All the guys out there who have got a all the guys out there who've got irritation problems, all the guys who complain about ingrown hairs or razor bumps, try some cold water. I am going to use, this is my Razor Emporium pre-shave bar that's been at home. And this is one reason I didn't do a different shape. I really like the rectangle because it gets to be just thinner and thinner, but you can keep on using it. So we're going to use the Razor Emporium pre-shave bar. Again, these are $8. We've had them out for a couple months now, and we've sold, again, hundreds and hundreds of them. And people are loving them as a pre-shave. I even know some guys use them in the shower as just a general face soap. But it does provide awesome extra cushion, extra glide. When I'm done, I just use what's left on my fingers and just kind of go through my whiskers. Especially with this much growth. I'm even going to kind of lightly use my fingernail to make sure if I get any that are starting to try to go and ingrow, I'm going to get them out. I know it sounds weird, but it works. Okay. Let me grab a $500 Badger brush. We're going to grab a $25 Badger brush. Come up with some kind of gripper for the pre-shave. Yeah, I'm getting a phone call on my other phone. I'm not available. Let me turn this off. Sorry, guys. I just got a new phone, so this is actually my old phone that I'm using because it had all my settings, and my new phone I don't have set up yet for live stuff. Okay, anywho, blah, blah, blah. We're using a Razor Emporium $25 brush. It's all filthy because, yeah, I'm horrible. When I'm done, I just leave it. I figured I'm supposed to be one of the chief testers of products, and I want to see how long one of these brushes will last by just completely abusing it, never cleaning it, never painting it upside down. I leave it. Literally, I finish shaving, I leave it in the soap. I'm just like, nope, done. And it's still held up great. It's been going for like 2 years now. So we're gonna get it wet and lather up. So I do have a brand new 1955 unopened over here. I could use it, but I'm gonna use the one I've been using at home that doesn't even have a cap to it. It's the exact same product. I like the way this looks. I admire our work, you know, I like it, so I just want this to be left on my shelf nice and clean and not, you know, used. I know, I'm a collector of even soaps. So one way I'm gonna get this ready is by literally throwing some water right on top of my soap. You probably can see it sloshing around in there. This soap is very thirsty. I wouldn't say you can't overhydrate it, but hydration is its friend. We actually do a secondary process. I don't think we even told anyone this. We do a secondary process to we basically cook it and make it, and then we cook it again just to extract even more water out of it. So it's a harder soap, and it makes it a very thirsty soap. So it's kind of like a double milled, I guess you could call it. I don't know. I don't think we grind it up like a traditional milling process, but we basically cook it twice to get any excess moisture out of it, make it as dry as possible. Okay. Oh yeah. Smells great. I'm trying to remember the scent notes. I think sandalwood, gardenia, hyacinth, and vetiver. There we go. So very floral. Yeah, you know, we have a lot of orders for consoles and stuff, and we actually have been limited on boxes. So we're trying to make boxes as fast as possible. Every box has to be hand assembled. I just got 50 done yesterday, so we'll probably have some more orders going out today. But look at, I mean, this is just whipping right out to a huge explosive Santa Claus lather. I'm just shooting lather everywhere. Just like, we gotten the console cases in yet? I'm not sure what you mean by console cases. All the Rex cases work with all the Rex razors. So we are making cases right now. We're actually just, the wood's done. We're waiting on leather. Box razors, the Psycho razors. If you're late to the party, the Psycho razor is what we're using today. I'll show you one more time. Yeah, we're just waiting on leather to be cut. We have a partnering shop down the street that does our leather. Okay, so look at this creamy lather we got here. Super dense. It's literally like Cool Whip. It's great. Okay, speaking of boxes of items we're using, yeah, I'm trying to get my black shirt not to be filthy. Usually I have a V-neck on. I didn't have time to change to my V-neck. What's this? Another chipboard box. What's inside? Persona Med prep blades. Medical prep. Oh, I honestly think one of the best blades out there on the market, the Persona Medical Prep blades. All right, so if you were late to the party, the boxed razor we're selling is the Psycho razor in a box. It's this razor with a key. And you put the key inside the handle, you turn it, it releases the cap So you can now put the blade on. You know, I don't know if there is a difference between the medical prep blades and the lab blues. I don't think there's a difference. So we got a blade on top. We're going to throw our little cap back on, align it, and then re-secure the razor. Pull the key out. We got a blade loaded. All right, I'll try to do most of the shave right here using the phone as my mirror. Only problem with that is comments start coming and all of a sudden I really can't see, but we'll give it a shot. Man, I won't lie, it's struggling a little bit to get through this 3 days of growth. I may switch blades. Hold on a second, guys. I'm not really liking this pairing. I think there can only be one solution because it's pulling and tugging a little bit. Maybe we should try some of these. Persona 74. I'm calling in a ringer here. Calling for backup. The blade I picked usually works fine on maybe a day or two of growth, but this is like 3.5 days of growth. And I need something a little stronger. So I happen to have some Persona 74s, which is a legendary blade from 1974, made of tungsten steel by Persona, and it's supposed to be one of the best blades out there. Legendary. Let's see. So I just switched it. We got the 74 in. Let's see how it does better. Oh my gosh. I guess I can hear the difference. Now it's smooth sailing. You know, I don't describe blades as blades to stay away from. I think, oh yeah, each to their own. That's a huge difference. You guys probably can see the difference. If they're all that great, why won't someone make them today? You know, I won't lie. I actually talked to Persona and I asked them, can I make Persona 74s again? And they had no idea what they were. They had no papers on them. They had no information. They even asked some of their old timers who'd been there since like the 80s and they didn't know what they were. I tried, guys. I even sent them a sample. They basically said that to get down this path of a custom material blade that's made of tungsten steel and trying to figure out the coating on it, we're looking at a multi-million-dollar investment. And I just said, I'm not, I don't have that kind of disposable funds to put into blades. So if someone had, you know, 7 figures to drop on Persona 74s, maybe. Maybe I should do a crowdfunder. You know, what do they call it? Crowdfunding or GoFundMe, whatever. Yeah, Yog Sauron just said it. I think they didn't sell very many because people weren't buying that many because they last too dang long. No joke, when I first got these, I did like 25 shaves with my ambassador with one. It was unbelievable. And I usually get 5 or 6 shaves out of a blade. So it's just not going to happen. You're better off going on eBay and finding one and even paying $1 a blade or $5 a blade, whatever you're going to have to pay. Because again, if I had to spend $1 million or $2 or $3 million to make these, what am I going to have to charge for per blade, guys? A lot. No, I don't know if well, maybe 74 is the atomic number of tungsten, but I think it was just because it came out in 1974, but maybe I'm wrong. Who's got big Christmas plans? So I'm wrapping up. I mean, you guys know I'm just a one pass shaver. I guess I'm kind of slightly going over. It just feels so great, honestly. It's really pleasurable shave with this blade and this soap. And I mean, the Gillette Tech is a mild razor to begin with, so it's maybe I should do it, guys. Maybe I'll do a quasi second pass. I never do it. You guys probably don't think I know how. Look, I didn't even have to like put any more lather. There was just this much lather still in my brush. I actually have a big event tonight. I don't want razor irritation or cuts or anything. I have our church is doing a function tonight, and you guys probably don't know this, but I play in the band at church, so I'm going to be on stage tonight doing that. I don't want to look bad. What is your rough guess on how many more Psycho sets are still available? From us, maybe 60 or 70. I earlier said 80, but I think we're gonna put one set with all 10 with one key available, just because I think we're running out of keys. I don't have as many keys as I do razors, so either gonna make more keys or I gotta do a couple sets that are one key for 10. What do you play? At church, I play bass guitar, but I'm formally a guitar player and I play piano, but the church needed a bass guitar player, so I'm like, yeah, no problem, I can do that. No, I don't sing. At church, I mean, it goes through the house PA, so I just have a DI, like a Sansamp DI box, and I've got like a big muff bass if I have to have a little grit, and I've got a Cali 76 bass compressor, and I use a 1971 Epiphone ET285, and also I just got a Fender Jazzmaster from 2012, a Fender Jazzmaster Select with a flamed maple top. Yeah, so this is not really an official three pass shave or whatever. I just wanted to get a little bit closer because I'm using a mild razor and I had many days of not shaving. If there's a Canadian meetup, yeah, I've never been to Canada, so I'd be open to coming. Yeah, throw together a meetup and let me know the details. I'd be interested. If you guys didn't hear, we're actually having another meetup here at Razor Emporium in Phoenix, Arizona on February 25th. February 25th, 2023, Razor Emporium get together. We call it Arizona Shavers. It's kind of our local Facebook group, so you can look up Arizona Shavers on Facebook and join that group. I'm the admin. And Douglas from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements will be there. Lee from WSP Wet Shaving Products will be there. We even have, is it Derek from Bricktown Grooming? So we got 3 other vendors. We may have some other ones sign up, but last year, or I should say earlier this year in February, we had our first one, and we had like 70 people show up to this meetup. So you want to come out to Phoenix, Arizona in February. It is the absolute best time to come to Phoenix. Our springs, are legendary. It's beautiful weather. If you golf, it's a perfect time to come out golfing. Our shop is literally within sight of the airport. You can see the runway from our airport. So if you fly in from out of town, you're going to take a 2-minute Uber drive or whatever. If you text me, if I have time, I'll even come pick you up, or if I can have someone from my shop come pick you up from the airport. But let me rinse this lather off. Yeah, wow. Now, look at this. This is good. Really nice. Is there tiny bits of stubble? Sure, if I pull my skin way up, yeah. But I don't want to get an ingrown hair, and this is super smooth. Listen to that. Oh, yeah. Nice, very comfortable shave. I'm glad I changed blades. These may actually not be are they? You know what? These are not the medical prep. I was wrong. We can even check the product code. These are, that's right. They were not in the blue. The medical preps are in the blue. You're absolutely right. I'm remembering back. So we buy our blades right from Persona. And I remember when I bought my first round of products from them, they sent me a sample. And these are the blades that are normally found in the little dispensers that you see at the pharmacy. That's right. Okay, so the little silver dispensers like at Walgreens or CVS that say Persona or say Rite Aid or CVS, and then if you look at the back it says Persona USA or Made in USA. These are those blades, but they're in a sleeve of 250. Yeah. I had another little box somewhere in my shaving supply cabinet over here that was the medical prep. I like the medical prep. That's why when I put this in, I was like, this doesn't feel like the medical prep. It's pulling and tugging. And it's the same reason I don't like the ones at the pharmacy. They're just not that sharp. And that's another reason I remember that. These have no branding on them. There's no name. Because this is meant for private label, that if they are in those little dispensers and it says Rite Aid or another one says Walgreens, another one says CVS, they don't need to worry about branding them. So they're unbranded. But this is if you want to buy a big master sleeve from Persona. You can buy this cardboard box. I never worried about carrying these because I just didn't like them. I was like, this feels like a blade I really don't like, and it feels like another blade that no one needs to really care about. Okay. Let's see here. Mr. Bob Newell. Thanks for the shout out. What's up, Bob? Shout out to Bob Newell. Let me throw a little splash on while my skin is still a little damp. 1 second. Let me grab. I'm gonna. No, actually, I'll grab one from in here. We'll grab something old school. King R. Made by Phoenix Artisan. Someone asked me, and now that we're making so much soap product at Razor Emporium, are we going to take back the King R Emporium formula or the scent from Phoenix Artisan? No, they're great. We love working with Phoenix Artisan. They've been making this product for us for 6 years, 5 years, like that. I think 6, maybe even 7. And no, I'm not gonna like take. No, they do a great job at it. I don't need to compete with them on this. Like they do their thing, we do our thing. It's fine. I had no problem saying they make great stuff. What happened to the King R shave stick? Douglas stopped wanting to offer it, and it came down to dollars and cents. It just didn't make any money for them. By the time we bought it at wholesale, and then they had to package it, and they had to put this, aluminum foil over it and wax paper. It was very elaborate wrapping to be like kind of like an old school wrapping process. They don't have some big machine like Arco shave sticks do, so they're hand, wrapping these. It just didn't make any sense. We've been asked if we will make a shave stick for Razor Emporium. We may. If we were, we do like a barber shop or just something real generic, kind of a scent to it. But yeah, that's what happened. Phoenix Artisan just said we just can't offer it anymore, and we have other fish to fry. They just got busy, and they are not a little tiny company anymore. They're a big bustling company with lots of different products, and they don't make any money on it, so there's no incentive to make it. I even offered a little bit more, but they said, yeah, we're just not interested. I answered this earlier, Mark. Is 1955 going to have an aftershave or an EDP? Yes. Soon. This is a very, very busy time of year, and my soap maker wears multiple hats. Her name is DJ or Dondra Joan, and Dondra is usually helping customers who walk in our lobby. Sometimes she's filling orders. Sometimes she's ordering wholesale products. She fills all the wholesale, like when we need more Parasso or we need more Mercel, whatever. She buys all that for the company. And she already works like more than 40 hours a week. So we literally just don't have any time at the moment to sit down and formulate and play with a new 1955 splash. But we will in January, I promise. I promise we will. This is just the absolute busiest time of year. So we will come out with a splash or an EDP or a balm or maybe all three. Who knows? Wonderful shave. Now that I put my splash on, looking good, feeling good, no irritation. I thought about doing something. I don't normally share much about my private life, but I thought about doing something if you guys will bear with me. I'll have to take you on a little journey through my house. I want to show you all something that I'm proud of. It's just a personal thing. It has nothing to do with razors. But is anyone interested in going to see something kind of cool that I did recently with my son? Anyone want to see something kind of unique, kind of behind the scenes of Matt Pisarcik? Mark says yes. Let's do it. Yes, sure. All right, just because I got a couple of sure's and yeses, we'll do it. Let me take my phone out of my little holder here, and let's take a little journey. Now there's no one else at home. My wife's at work. My kids are at daycare and grandparents' house. So my house is maybe a little bit dirty at the moment, so I'm not gonna show you too much behind the scenes. But I wanted to show you this one area. I'm just gonna walk over here. All right. I mentioned this before. I mentioned that my son and I had been working on something, and a couple times I was doing live shaves, and I said, I gotta go do this with my son. And what we were working on was a vintage Lionel train set. Check this out. I'll keep my device rotated this way. Yeah, there's a window right here, so you're getting some weird lighting effects. But check this out. We got this big platform we made. It's about almost 4 feet by 8 feet, a little less than 4, a little less than 8. But we started with a 4 by 8 piece of plywood. And we put a little village together. And yeah, I just have some of these trains in the middle of the city just because I need to find a better place to store this other train set. But the blue one is actually functional right now. So I can actually, let's see if I can turn it on and get it running. But this set actually came from my father. Some of these trains, like this New York Central, is actually from the 1950s. And then a lot of the pieces of the village are from the 1950s. I have like a little switch right here for something. Okay, let's see if we can run this. This is a O gauge. Yeah, it's telling me not to rotate the phone. When I rotate, it says rotate back. So I'm gonna keep it on this view. So I got a little power strip mounted right here. So there we go, guys. And I actually have these little controls down here, and I can flip it to the inside track. Watch this. So they electronically switch these switches. And now it's going on the inside. Little signal goes down. But it looks really cool at night. Here, I'll turn it off just because I don't want to try to talk over it. But it looks super cool at night because I have little lights inside of all these buildings. There's little lights in the little gas station, the church, the fruit stand, the condo, the train station here has a light. There's a couple houses, an apartment. We got these street lights. And we're going to put a little barn over here, and I got to put a little pen. And we just threw down some green paint, a little bit of grass, and some trees. We'll probably keep on going crazy with the landscape and kind of add to it. But the wiring underneath is crazy. It's a really cool setup. But yeah, I try to keep kind of a little bit of separation between my personal life and my work life. But this was something I'd mentioned before. And just so you guys didn't think I was blowing you off or just, making up the story that I was going to go work on something, I wanted to show you. So yeah. But I have really fond memories of growing up with my dad and running the train set around Christmas time. And as my dad got a little bit older, he's given some of the different trains to. I have 3 brothers, so all 4 boys have gotten different train sets. And I used to just run it underneath my tree at my own house. And I finally said, you know what, I want to make like a platform and have some houses and some lights and kind of do something a little more involved. So it's been a lot of fun. My dad was a huge help. We actually had a kind of a father-son moment of our own working on this together. It took us like 4 or 5 weekends to kind of work on this over the last couple of months, and we got it done before Christmas time. So yeah, so that's all I got. I got someone, Wilfred said there's an order we haven't fulfilled. Hey, you know what? I'm sorry if something's out of stock or we haven't filled an order of a product that we're waiting on. Send me an email directly. This is not the medium to talk about an order fulfillment issue. Sales@Razor Emporium comes directly to me. I'm happy to talk to you offline about that. Anywho, thank you guys so much for checking out the video today. I hope you guys enjoyed the shave. We had 1955. And we had the Psycho shave. So if you haven't already done so, buy one of those Psycho razors before they're out. And I hope you all have a Merry Christmas. If you celebrate a holiday different than Christmas, enjoy that holiday. We'll be celebrating Christmas here in our house. And I hope you guys have a great, Happy New Year. And I'll see you next time for a live shave. So thank you so much. And we'll talk to you later.